2 teammates, 1 course, and the challenge ahead. Qualifying for the United States Golf Challenge has begun at selected golf courses nationwide. The United States Golf Challenge is 2-man best ball at its finest. Can your team be the best in the nation, perhaps in the world? Dust off your sticks, hit the range, and sign up now at usgolfchallenge.com.
Welcome back to the Biggs Golf Talk right here on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all your Amazon devices, including BGT-TV on YouTube and on LinkedIn. Big John Quick, along with the Golf Father, Bill Cuevas, here on BGT-TV and Biggs Golf Talk. I need to get more centered, don't I? Yeah.
Yeah, man. You need to have some more center energy.
A little more center here. Yeah.
You need to center your chi.
There you go.
Yeah.
This segment is sponsored by the Distance Shoe. Squares Shoes. Proof, not promise. And last week we spoke with a guy that has the data about Squares Shoes. And you could go see that on YouTube with Terry Hashimoto. And be sure to check out all the data that he had on the program. And Bill, some useful information when it came to Squares Shoes.
Absolutely. They keep saying it's equipment, not shoes. Golf equipment.
Footwear.
It's not footwear. It's golf equipment. They're saying it's golf equipment. I'm gonna agree with him. I'm just gonna say I agree with him, brother.
Well, Bill Cuevas, our next guest, and let me first put this up here because this just looks phenomenal. And that is a pretty picture, and with our logo and our names on it. This is from a company called Hole 9 Golf, and he's about to join us right now from Hole 9 Golf. Jonathan Wilson from Hole 9 Golf. Jonathan, welcome into Biggs Golf Talk.
Hey, Dylan, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for being on. We appreciate you. First, Biggs, you go first.
Yeah, thank you for the generosity of what you created for us. That's just phenomenal.
Biggs, I'm gonna do a teaser. I'm gonna do a teaser. Ready? Watch this. Look.
Yeah, because I don't have mine yet. So
hey. What? Listen to the noise.
He's holding mine hostage, John.
Oh, no. Watch carefully.
What?
He's trying to get that money back.
Bam!
It's not very often, Jonathan. Typically, I would have it here in studio in Albuquerque, New Mexico, but he's holding a hostage in Tampa, Florida right now until I come and see him. So,
Jonathan, he had the hot sauce. He had the barbecue sauce. We were talking barbecue sauce. He got the barbecue sauce.
This is true.
I got this. You know what I'm saying? And I may not be able to stick my finger to eat it, but it smells so good, Biggs. You smell that? You can't smell it, Biggs, but I got this right here. All right, I'm going to put it away right now. All right.
So, Jonathan Wilson's joining us here on Biggs Golf Talk from Hole 9 Golf. And he has these.
I wanted to add one thing. Hole 9 Golf and cigars.
And Cigars Inc.
And cigars. This guy has just become my best friend.
He's become your. Oh,
There you go.
Hey,
There you go.
Hey, this and I would be. I have to show off my college baseball championship ring too. So that's
oh snap! Look at that college baseball championship ring.
This is going to be our line of cigars we're working on, and it's kind of an ode to my dad because he was one of the longest running city officials in Florida, in Panama City, and he was a master barber. So hence we're using the barber pole cigar.
I like that.
That we're working.
I like that wrapper. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're launching that, and that goes perfectly with our item that we have called the Cigar Seat. So that sits right in. And you gentlemen will be getting one of those as well. So that works on the golf cart and it detaches so you can use it on the item that we have called the club cane. So
that is awesome.
I actually think we have a photo of that being displayed.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Boom! The cigar sheet, baby.
Cigar sheet from the cart to the course, baby. So there you go. And it's kind of mixing up.
You gentlemen will have that too. Don't worry.
And people will be seeing lots of videos of it on the golf course.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a college baseball championship ring?
Yes, we actually, you know what? It was a long time coming. All of the players just got it. I'm not going to tell you when I finished college, but we won multiple years in a row. And our coach sent us the ring. Was like, man, we were trying to get in contact with you. I was a catcher and first base. And we got our rings. All the guys are ecstatic. We're still friends on Facebook and things like that. And
that's awesome.
A little story: I ended up injuring my knee at a collision at home plate in one of our championships. And I was telling the fellas, man, I can't go anymore. I was up to bat and I hit the winning home run for the game. My knee was swollen up, had to go to the hospital and all that kind of stuff. So it was a long time coming, but it was great to receive the ring nonetheless.
All right,
ready.
so Bill kind of teased us with what, and I kind of teased everybody else with a photo, but essentially what we're going to be talking about a little bit is what Hole 9 Golf has to offer for the golfer out there to make yourself better organized. Some of the things that you see here and these type of things that you're looking at right now can be customized, as you noticed with Bill the Golffather Cuevas having the Biggs Golf Talk logo on it and everything else. Now you're going to ask me, what is that stuff used for? Well, I have a sample picture of what it can be used for as well. And there you are, Jonathan's favorite cigar and lighter. I'm not sure if I would leave my cash in that organizer there, Jonathan.
We have secret compartments coming for your cash, so don't worry about that. That's on the cusp that we're doing that as well.
See that?
Secret compartment. How many times, Bill, have we just thrown our stuffs in the compartment, and all of a sudden
and left it? Leave it.
Well, hold on. Not only leave it, but you have a beer or you have a soft drink. And a lot of times we don't have screw-out tops with the soft drinks. A lot of times they come in fountain drinks, and they're sitting in a cup holder. And what happens when you hit that fairway and hit a bump or something like that? All of a sudden that stuff spills right into that compartment. Get your phone wet. Get your wallet wet. Get your cigars wet. And it's just
and lose the money to your friend because you're ticked that happens. So then you got to pay up in the end.
Yeah.
It's nothing but losing in that situation.
Golf is a mental game.
Yes.
Especially for the guys that are cigar connoisseurs that like a good stogie on the golf course. You spend money for your stogie. You don't want to, mess it up or anything like that. And all of this kind of came from, I'm an artist as well. And it kind of came from mother necessity, actually. It was not intended for the golf industry at all. I was working on some paintings and I do welding and things like that. So I was actually making a tool belt that I could use and put my paintbrushes in or anything that I needed. It happened that a buddy of mine, I actually do golf club repair as well. So I was repairing some of his clubs and he was kind of complaining about some things and saying, man, I keep losing this or this happened or whatever. And he said, I just need something to put my stuff in. And it was kind of like, I looked at it because I was about to put it on, and I kind of got the idea from back in the day when I was a kid with my grandmother. She used to make aprons, custom aprons. So it kind of started from that. And I said, and I had some suction cups on something else. And I was like, I tell you what, man, just see how this works. I said, it's not for that. You take him a tool belt, but if it works, then let me know. And he got back to me and was like, man, that was great. The guys that I was playing with want one too. So I was like, okay. So he kind of started from there. And the same thing with the cigar seat and the club cane. All was kind of like relieving some pain is exactly what we were trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Bill, I don't know if you also noticed it, and Mr. Producer, can you put that one, the Green Bay Packer one, back up there? I want to.
Excuse me.
One I want to notice is
I can't notice. I'm sick.
Bill. Bill, please just take an aspirin. You'll be all right. But Bill, if you notice, look what is on there as a Velcro. Look what's protecting a golf glove. Mm-hmm. You can actually use the Velcro part, and if you look on here, I'm going to actually put this picture back up here. But you see, there's a Velcro that is a part of that, and that Velcro, Bill, if you want to, exactly.
That Velcro, I got that Velcro.
It's a closure and a closure and hold.
It closes up perfect too. Yes, and then when you hang it up, you can put your your glove on it. So no more sticking the glove in the back where, on that little thing that you never know. Sometimes you go back there and you're like, my glove's gone.
And the beautiful thing that we're going to do as well, we're going to have different materials that we're going to be working with. We're going to be having some, if people want it in leather, if they want it in gator skin, if they want it in faux skin, we're going to be doing that.
That's a great idea.
Going in stages. So we'll have all of that done. But the company was more extensive than that. We kind of got caught up in some things back in the day. Been doing this for a while. Worked for Edwin Watts at one time in sales and kind of learning about the industry. And that's kind of where I got my feet wet with even learning how to do golf club repair from one of the best guys that was in the market, Mr. Gordon Gibb. And it kind of spawned other things. I created a spining tool that finds the spine in your golf clubs and all that kind of stuff. So we're probably one of we're a small company, probably the best small company that you've never heard of, that hopefully we can be growing. And I would be remiss if before we got started that I didn't mention about a lot of the COVID people that have lost their lives, which I lost some dear friends, and the people that are going through the challenges with the winter storms. I think I would be remiss if I did not at least mention them, because we're all saved by grace, and we're just very lucky and blessed that we may not have those challenges. So we're all on the same team, no matter what your beliefs are and what have you. When the human need arises, we need to kind of come together. So just wanted to say that as well.
Amen. Well said, Jonathan. Well said.
No, we're with you right there. But it's Whole Nine Golf and Cigars. Give us the show the logo again, and let Mr. Jonathan tell us about the logo and the meaning about it, because it does has a significant meaning to it. Can you tell our audience about it?
Yes. Well, Whole Nine Golf, it kind of started after I graduated from from college. And looking at jobs to go into and things like that. I had a business management degree, and I actually reached out to one of the major golf companies, and they had kind of said, well, we only hire from people from the golf academy. And I was like, okay. And it was kind of struck me because it was like, they didn't ask, well, what is your business acumen and things like that, and kind of your background. Because sometimes you may find a diamond in the rough that may not have come from that industry. And
Absolutely.
It was kind of like they didn't, kind of inquired. So I was like, wow. So I had some business background with my dad and my family. So I was like, well, you know what? I'll kind of do my own thing and look at kind of a segment of the industry that may be untouched. And kind of Whole Nine Golf was spawned from that. And like I said, I'm an artist and designer. And I said, okay, well, what can we do to encompass the golf industry from an aspect that the big companies are not touching and don't have to touch because they're large? But you can have some small boutique golf companies that can focus on a lot of things that people like, that are really blue collar, diehard golfers that just like to get grimy and go play. And a lot of the former athletes to kind of get back their winning edge and keep their competitive spirit going. And golf does that for a lot of guys. So came up with Whole Nine Golf and the name. I was like, well, what can kind of encompass that? And I thought Whole 9 Yards. And I'm like, okay, the number 9 was my birthday, November the 9th. So I'm like, that's good. And if you look at the number line, the numbers are not actually 1 through 10. It's 0 through 9. with 9 basically being 0 being alpha and so to speak 9 being omega. So I was like, that's pretty cool. So next thing we know, I said, well, why not Whole 9 Golf? And then it kind of stuck. I kind of kept going over and over and over and over, and it kind of stuck. So being an artist, I said, well, how can I design a logo that encompasses that? Well, when I looked at the word whole, I said, okay, should I put it in lowercase? No. Capital W, lowercase with the other letters? No. Make it all caps, because that's where it starts. So I was like, okay, that's good. That means the whole thing and encompassing everything. So then I was like, okay, the 9 in the center, obviously. And what about the word golf? Well, golf came about, obviously, the intricacy in the cursiveness with the font, because golf is an intricate game. It's ever changing. It's not the same. It changes from millimeters. From some golf pros of mine or the friends that said, hey man, the only thing you can do with a golf shot is get it started. After it goes off the club, you have no control. So that's why the word is in a script. Well, the star, Whole 9 Golf, what we wanted to do is express the fact that we wanted to take advantage of everything from north, south, east, and west. And the circle with that means everything in between. So that's how that kind of came about. That's where Whole 9 Golf was born, and one thing kind of led to another, and that's where the logo came from and the concept from the company.
That is awesome. That's an awesome story. I love it. What do you got, Big East?
No, that is a terrific story. And one of the other things, we talked a little bit about the cigar seat. And there you have it. You know, nice. Yeah. Nice.
Tell us about that cigar seat. And you got packages, and you got to still let us know where can our audience go get them? Where can they find these? What handles you have on social media? What's your favorite one that you use? Because everybody seems to have their favorite where they're more responsive. Or are you responsive on all your aspects of social media?
Actually on all, because in the company, we've had, the company has been out since 1999. We hit some challenges. We had done some work with the PGA Tour. Ernie Ellison, who was just awesome to us at the PGA in Port St. Lucie, we had done the African American Golfers Minority Golf Challenge or competition one year. We came out, did that, and that was several years ago. And he opened the door for us. We were on the Golf Channel with the Zip Air sports shirt that we have a patent on that I designed. Showed that with Adam Barr. I think I sent you the video at one time with that, and have the shirt here, and even with the Zip Air sports shirt, if you can see this is some of the examples of the Zip Air sports shirt that we have.
Yeah.
Also with the ones for the ladies, but the Zip Air sports shirt, this is what it looks like when it's on. As a regular shirt, you can see the shirt is just a regular shirt, but what happens is we have a side seam in the zipper that once you zip that side seam down, it opens up into mesh material. So it lets the shirt breathe when anybody is wearing it. This is the one that we showed on the Golf Channel. And if you can see the side seam, what you do is once you zip that down, it opens up into the mesh material. So it lets it breathe. We also, and we have it for the ladies as well. And we did that. The one thing that came about with was rain suits. And that's kind of why I developed that and was able to get the patent. As you guys know, rain suits can be very hot, and it's almost like you might as well not wear a rain suit and just get wet and dry off, because by the time you take the rain suit off, you're just as wet as you were before you played. So we want to try to put a venting system in a rain suit, and even in the pants, we have a pleat, and behind the pleat you can zip it down, so the pleat still takes care of the part not letting you get wet. So that's how kind of that happened with that. And even the Club King, that came about back in the day when I was clean shaven. I was playing a member guest with one of my mentors, and we played early in the morning at Alaqua Lakes. And I used to take a towel with me, and I threw the towel down inadvertently, like we do, take the towel, your wedges, and your putter, threw it down, and inadvertently wiped my face with a part that I thought was dry, and I ended up breaking out. So I was like, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was sweat because it was early in the morning. I had shaved, and I smelled the towel and figured out, man, this is residue from pesticides. Yeah. So I was like, man, I need to design something that I don't have to throw my clubs down anymore. And the Club King was born. And once I did that, it was like, okay, so it kind of kept going. Obviously love cigars. And that came about a little bit later, but the club cane, we started selling some of those. Everybody was loving them. But like I say, hit a snag in the road with the economy and everything else. So I went to work in another career and things like that, and just everything just kind of started picking back up a little bit, and it was just like life gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah.
But with that, even with the cigar seat, and like I was saying, the cigar seat fixed onto the club cane.
Hey, Jonathan, give me 1 second here.
Okay.
We're going to break away on the audio, on the radio side, and keep going on the TV side. So those
don't go nowhere. Yeah.
Those are listening to us on the radio right now. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back with more content on the radio side right after this break, because we're on a time schedule on the radio side. But on the TV side, we're not limited.
No.
So stick with us, and we'll be right back. Yeah, there you go. Radio, we're taking a break, and we'll be right back. All right. We are back here with Jonathan Wilson from Hole 9 Golf and Cigars Incorporated. And Jonathan, I'm sorry, go ahead and continue on at what you were saying here on BGT-TV.
Well, this is the club cane, and this is the cigar seat on the club cane. And it goes from the golf cart. It comes off of this, and you can put it on the cradle that you put in the golf cart. So it can go from the cart to the golf course. Keep your stogie. Don't have to throw it down on the ground. As you guys know, pesticides, herbicides, all of the bad stuff is on the ground, and your saliva, you put it right back in your mouth. You put this on the club cane, so your favorite stogie is right there. We include a detachable or lanyard with this, with a club brush comes with it standard, and also a club towel also comes with it as well. We can color code. We sent these to. We just sent an order to Michigan for some of these for their pro shop, and getting good feedback. But we weren't just a company just focused on things like that. Being a designer, and this is something that I haven't even spoken to you guys about. Back in the day, I did design a driver head, and this is one of our driver heads. This is a 10.5. We had 8.5, 10.5, and 9.5. And if you can see, we had it and had our logo on it.
Yeah, we can see it.
On the front, we had the 9 on it for this. And like I say, this is a 10.5. And what I did when I designed it back in the day, it was a smaller head, but you have the ridges in the back to lower the center of gravity. And this was one of the club heads that I designed. That's when we started the driver craze, when they first started going to larger drivers. But like I said, this is 10.5. We also were working on golf gloves. And the crazy thing is, when I was working for Elwin Watts, I want to say 2005-ish, at the clearance center on iDrive, I started working with them because I wanted to find out about the golf market, from start to finish, from sales, how things come in, wanted to meet with the reps, other company people and things like that, and just kind of find out from certain points about the golf industry and the different genres and the different nuances of the industry. So I looked at golf gloves and things like that, and we were one of the first. You didn't see it because we weren't able to really launch like we wanted to. One of the first that had a golf glove that had an embossed logo. The logo is raised and it's embossed, and we had 3 different price points. This was our pro style glove. This was our pro style mesh glove. Not sure if you can see it, but it has.
Yeah, now you can see it. Yep.
Right. And then we had a lower end glove that had a waffle center. And we had some different price points to try to attack the market in those segments. Got some great response from it. People liked it. But like I say, life kind of got in the way. And might this be a dream deferred? And we even focused on something as simple as a divot tool that we had with our name in it as well. And we did some unique things. We're making some great inroads and meeting some great people. But like I say, once things happen and you kind of got to get back to living, you got to put your dreams on hold and then hopefully pick it back up. So hopefully that may be what we're doing now.
Bill, how many times have you seen me lay my cigar on the tee, not necessarily on the ground, but there's a lot of guys that just take the cigars, throw it on the ground, and pick it back up, put it right back in their mouth. As soon as me, I try to lay it on the tee. But here's the thing. When they lay that pesticides, they don't remove those tees. The pesticides are still on those tees. And I hear him talking about this. I'm like, wait a minute, how goofy am I?
You've done the same thing.
I have done that, and I think I'm protecting myself.
No more prairie dogging. To bend down and pick it up. Then it's right there. We're really trying to get one to Miguel Angel Jimenez, the mechanic.
Yeah.
With everything he does, because you can take this to the practice tee. You don't have to use it on the golf course. I mean, if you're working somewhere, if you're working on your car, if you're barbecuing and you don't have a place to put it down, whatever the case may be. And also the cigar seat, we also have a magnet locking system as well. But what we have found is just like a lot of the range finders that have the magnets, if you hit a good enough bump, and we use some very, very high-end magnets. I have a magnet that I can hold on my finger from both sides, but when you hit a good enough bump, it can fall off. So what we did with the cigar seat, we have a screwing system that screws into the peg holder, into the tee holder. So once it's in the tee holder, that base is not going anywhere. Gotcha. And we even have a stop on it, because over time, as you put it in, take it out, put it in, take it out, it will kind of abrade, and it kind of will in. So we have it to where it has two little stops on there, so it goes down. So we can color code it however you want. We're actually working on, and I thought of you gentlemen too, we're looking at doing the dip and with the American flag colors. So we can do them for military, tournaments, however people want to do it, we can make sure we get them now. And even with our website is under reconstruction. We changed servers. You can see a lot more of our things. We post probably more to Instagram, which is Whole Nine Golf and Cigars Official. We post more to there just because everybody is on that platform and you can reach more people at once. But we also have, I was telling Bill when we communicated one time, we have a sister company that kind of spawned a lot of our design concepts, which is John 2 Design. And we sell a lot of things there as well, because I have a lot of people asking for logos, a lot of ladies that want things done for their special outfit, and guys want something done for a tournament, whether they want a trophy designed or something like that. So on that side, that's where we kind of do the design concept to kind of give different aspects of what people would like. And, we want to be able to, the golf industry is so broad that we want to be able to give individuals that unique touch that they like. Everybody's important. The Golf Father and Big John have different tastes, but that does not mean that their different tastes should be the same suit. You want to have a suit that's tailored for you. So if we can design something for you, custom for you, it's yours. You don't just have to go pull it off the rack. So that's some of the things that we like to do, and hopefully we can be successful doing that.
There you go. Jonathan Wilson from Whole Nine Golf and Cigars Incorporated. Thank you so much for joining us here on Big's Golf Talk. And we certainly will be looking out for everything that you have coming up and the new website that's going to be coming up. And that website is whole9golf.com. So be sure to check it out. And Bill,
look out for this. We got this coming. We're going to be doing a product of the week.
Video for that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Product of the week coming.
Whole Nine Golf Official on Instagram. And if you not know, once you type in Whole Nine, you should see that star logo.
You cover everything.
All right.
I love it.
I'm getting told we have to go, but Jonathan, we'll have to have on again.
Yes, we're going to.
Stuff, especially when the new website comes out and all that stuff. And thank you so much for taking time out to join us here at BGT-TV.
Thanks to Steve at the Golfing Dads for introducing us. I would be remiss if I didn't tell him thank you. Thank you, Steve.
Steve McMillan, the guy that we don't like, the stock guy. We don't like Steve. Steve keeps stealing
that guy has a habit of getting stuff before we do, and I don't know why. But
I don't know why he keeps getting my socks. I keep telling him his wrong address.
All right, there we go. We'll be right back right after this.
Thanks, man.